Among Gotham's many monsters, one villain stands apart, not because of brute strength or madness, but because of pain. Penguin, Pain and Prejudice isn't just another Batman story. It's a haunting look into the life of Oswald Cobblepot, a man born into cruelty, shaped by humiliation, and driven by the desperate need to be loved. This 5-issue DC Comics mini-series, written and illustrated by Hurwitz and Kudransky, redefined one of Batman's oldest foes and gave him something he'd never truly had before: depth, tragedy, and humanity. This story isn't about crime sprees or grand heists. It's about trauma, rejection, and the cruel symmetry between love and hate. Hurwitz takes us inside Oswald's world. Not the caricature with the umbrella and monocle, but a man whose life was broken before it ever began. Through dark, shadowed artwork and suffocating atmosphere, we see how cruelty breeds cruelty, and how even the smallest spark of affection can turn deadly when twisted by obsession. The first issue opens with a disturbing contrast: a beautiful upper-class couple holding their newborn son. But their joy turns to disgust when they see the baby's features: his sharp nose, his beak-like mouth, his small, malformed frame. From that moment, Oswald is cursed. His mother, his only comfort, treats him with unconditional love. But his father mocks him relentlessly, calling him a freak, a penguin. At school, things are worse. The other children torment him, break his toys, and beat him for sport. Oswald endures every insult in silence until the day he doesn't. We see him eliminate each member of his family, one by one, excluding his beloved mother. This is just a glimpse of the ruthless man he will become, and Hurwitz doesn't just make him a monster. He makes us understand why he became one. As he grows, Oswald turns his pain into power. He becomes the Penguin, a feared figure in Gotham's criminal underworld. Every cruel memory fuels his ambition. He builds an empire of fear and wealth, his iceberg lounge standing as both fortress and throne. But beneath the expensive suits and twisted smile, he remains that same wounded boy, desperate for love and validation. We see him visit his mother's grave, speaking to her as though she still listens. He believes she's watching, proud of him. Every crime he commits, every rival he destroys, becomes an offering to her memory, proof that her son was not a mistake. Then something unexpected happens. Penguin meets a blind woman named Cassandra. She cannot see his face, and for the first time in his life, he feels seen for who he truly is. Their relationship is gentle, almost fragile. He opens up to her, shows kindness, even laughs. For a moment, Oswald dares to believe he can be happy. But this is Gotham, and happiness never lasts. When Cassandra is accidentally killed during one of Penguin's violent outbursts, the illusion shatters. The fragile love he'd built is gone, and the pain returns, stronger than ever. Her death cements his transformation into the cold, calculating monster the world knows as the Penguin. Now he rules his empire with precision and cruelty. He manipulates politicians, buys off police, and eliminates rivals with quiet efficiency. To the public, he's a refined businessman. In truth, he's a kingpin who commands respect through fear. Batman looms in the background, but this is not his story. To Oswald, Batman represents everything he's not: tall, strong, perfect. The Penguin doesn't crave chaos like the Joker. He craves dignity. He craves to be seen as more than a freak. In the final issue, Penguin stands at the height of his power, surrounded by luxury but consumed by loneliness. The story closes with the Batman crushing the Penguin's grand scheme. His wealth surrounds him, but none of it fills the emptiness. His father's voice still mocks him in his mind. His mother's portrait still smiles down at him, and Cassandra's memory still haunts him. He has everything and nothing, Hurwitz leaves us with one brutal truth. Sometimes the cruelest thing the world can do is teach someone to crave love they can never have. Penguin. Pain and Prejudice is one of DC's most emotionally devastating stories. It strips away the camp and reveals the man behind the villain. Hurwitz's writing gives Oswald Cobblepot tragic weight, while Kudransky's artwork, full of shadows, blurred lights, and distorted reflections, paints his loneliness in every panel. It's not an action story. It's a psychological portrait of pain, obsession, and the desperate need for acceptance. It stands alongside stories like The Killing Joke and Arkham Asylum as one of the most haunting villain studies DC has ever published. In the end, Oswald Cobblepot is not a monster. He's a reflection of Gotham itself. Scarred, cruel, and tragically human. This has been an overview of Penguin, Pain and Prejudice. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know which Batman comics you'd like to see next. Please also consider purchasing the official comics to enjoy the story for yourself. Thanks for watching.